Hi everyone, welcome to On the Other Hand. I'm Ariane Zurcher, and today we're doing lesson number 10. When I was designing and stitching this back, I began with the shape farthest to the right, which actually, according to my template and instruction booklet, is the last shape being done. Instead of going ahead and doing S, T, and U, I will be showing U, T, and then finally S in this video, only because it was too difficult to switch it around just for the sake of the video. So we're going to be starting with shape number U. We'll then go to T, and then we'll go to S. In the instruction booklet, it's done alphabetically, the reverse. Don't forget to hit that like button. Click on the subscribe button and the little bell that pops up for email notifications. I love hearing from you. Leave me comments in the comment section. And if you're working on your pouch, grab the back and come along and stitch with me. So I'm going to go ahead and open up one side here just a little, so that I can stuff some stuffing in. I'm just going to take a little bit of stuffing, and I can use a pin to do this. I also have a little tool that I find incredibly helpful. It's got like a little flattened thing, but a large, like a number 15 Milners. You can use that. If you've got one of those things that I think it's called a purple fang, that would work. Anything that'll just help you stick in a little bit. I'm not going to make it huge. That's enough. And now I'm going to take my thread. This is my Alana wool thread. And I'm just going to whip stitch this down. It just gives it a little, do you see how it's just bubbling up a tiny bit? Not much. I'm going to use my number 5 weight. It's House of Embroidery number 91. And I'm going to do a whipped woven. I'm using my Silk and Pearl 24 chenille, and I'm going to do my whipped woven with that. I found my center, and I'm just going to go in and doing my weaving. I want to get those stitches right up to the center, as close as I can. It helps if I push my thumb up to sort of urge them into center. Okay, so I think I might go maybe one more round, and then I'm going to stop. So I'm just going to do one more round here, and I am going to embed this down. This is where I first came out, so that's what it looks like so far. All right, this is the House of Embroidery. It's a number 5 weight. It's 13. I'm gonna go in here and do one more round. Okay, I'll do 2, and then I'm going to stop. And I'm going to end it right here. Okay, I'm using number 5 weight House of Embroidery number 71. This is with my 18 chenille, and I'm going to do another row, but down here, just at the tips of these spokes, so all the way down at the bottom. Sink this in here, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a French knot in here with this same color. there's that. And I think I'm going to do a French knot down here. I'll just do 2 wraps. I think I'm going to do them sort of randomly with anywhere from 1 to 3 wrap French knots. And now I'm going to come back with my silk and pearl, and I'm going to do a little more over here. Just going to do some random French knots here. I'm going to draw a very small shape here that echoes this shape here. It's going to be off center. All right, I'm using a number 5 weight EZM 89, but I'm going to keep the one leg really, really small. And I'm going to come up and do my little X. I come out and I come next to this one and I go through the 2, go out, and I do my next leg. I'm going to go through this one and through this one. Come over here, go to this. Go through my X. Go here. Go here. 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 Through those 2. So the deal is that I'm doing my ladder stitch, and where I do my little cross here, I am taking my needle and just making sure that this cross is on the edge of my stitch. I want to keep it on the edge. So you can see my little cross is here on the outside, and I'm bringing my stitches in on the inside. All right, so that's my VanDyke stitch. So I am just doing a series of little bullion knot. I'm thinking 8 wraps. My needle should be a Milner's or a bullion knot needle. Either one is fine. I'm doing them pretty random, so there's no design pattern here. I'm just kind of randomly, I'm going to do clusters of them and just sort of see how it looks. And I think I'm going to keep my blues together. I don't know. I'm going to just see how it goes. Okay, so here's what I've got so far. Here's my VanDyke, and here's my silken pearl little bullions, 8 wraps. And now I've got this silken pearl, it's evergreens, so I'm going to add that in there, just a few. I'm not going to do a whole lot. Again, I'm going to kind of group these in clusters, so I might have, say, one here, and then I'll do maybe one here going this way. All right, so with my 81, number 5, I just did some clusters here. And now I'm going to go in with my House of Embroidery, number 71, that I did my French knots over here. And I'm going to do just a couple, not many, but just maybe 3 over here, 1 here, maybe 1 here. That's going to be it. I think that's it. So I added my, I added the House of Embroidery number 13, just a couple, and then I did a couple of little French knots, 2-wrap French knots. I'm going to do my Arctic rays that I have here, and I used on the front just a little, and I figure I'm going to do a little something with it here. When you have something like this, it's very hard to do a quilter's knot. I don't bother. I do a regular little knot here, and I just don't even bother doing a quilter's. I thought I would go in here and just do a couple of little French knots here, maybe 3 total. And then I thought I would do maybe a couple here, and maybe a couple here, and maybe just a couple in here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to do a 2-wrap. I'm using a Milner's number 1, and it's easier if you don't pull very tightly. Now I'm going to do one here. All right. I did one here, I've done a couple here, and I might do a little cluster here. When I say cluster, I mean like 3. I'm not going to do very many. I'm using my Silken Pearl evergreens, and I think that's what it's called, evergreens. I'm using a bullion knot needle. I'm doing a drizzle stitch. I'm doing a cluster of drizzle stitches here in the lower right corner. I'm just going to put in a couple of this is my Silken Pearl Irish Blues, and I'm going to just intersperse some of this color in with the evergreens. Just doing these kind of random clusters of 6 to 8 wrap bullion knots. And I'm doing just a few 3-wrap French knots in between, not that many. So I'm going to go in here with my evergreen silk and pearl. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. We have now completed the back of our River Rocks small pouch. Next lesson will be the construction of this pouch. It's all very exciting. Don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe. Click on the bell for email notifications. Tell me how you are, how you're progressing with your pouch. I'd love to hear. Leave that in the comments section. And don't forget to check out the description section where I'm leaving links to all the different materials I use in this video. Until next time, here is to stitching our pouch together.